All right, guys, welcome in. It is the finale for the B-Main Bandits. 9 weeks has led up to this. 9 weeks of these guys duking it out in the Four Crown Series. My apologies, guys, if my audio sounds a little off. New apartment, new living area. Might have a little bit of an echo. You guys will have to let me know. As you can see in the background, definitely different background than what we used to have. 9 weeks, guys. And it is Thornton and Mcclain duking it out. 29 points separate them coming into tonight. Drops are somewhat calculated. We'll have to see where the drops lie after both features tonight here at the dirt track at Charlotte. First off, they rolled off the midgets off the trailer here in Concord, North Carolina. This track is right across the street from its big sister, Charlotte Motor Speedway. If you know racing at all, you've heard of that track. This was built in 2000 to give a world-class facility for dirt racing alongside its sister across the street. They host many different local classes. They host UMP mods, dirt late models, sprints, and they also host the finale to the World of Outlaws. Very prestigious track, very fitting place to end the season. We're going to have to see exactly who's going to come out on top. Currently, 29 points separated. 10:30 for Jackson Mcclain. 10:01 for Andrew Thornton. Then, a little bit further back, 100 points behind Andrew is Richie Joplin. Richie on vacation. If you're watching, buddy, we miss you. We'd love to see you out here, but we hope you are enjoying vacation. But that allows Austin Thornton and Ryan Paget in 4th and 5th to try to take that final podium championship position. Both of those guys great on dirt. Definitely going to be a battle to watch. 4/10 of a mile. Lots of action, lots of speed. These guys are going to be digging and hitting that cushion. You're going to see the midgets first. Then we're going to roll out the non-wing 360s. 11 cars in the field. It's going to be a battle tonight. Currently, Craig Sheeran out of the UK is top of the board by 0.01 of a second over your points leader, Wonderboy Jackson Mcclain. Then you have Kyle O'Donnell, Bruce Klingon, and finally Andrew Thornton sitting 5th on the board in qualifying. Heat race wins are going to come in. Andrew needs to get a heat race win. He needs to finish ahead of Jackson in both of these events tonight to have any chance of winning his first championship. Last season, he lost by 4 points to Mr. Craig Silby, which anybody that watched the B-Main Bandits Discord knows you ain't going to be seeing Craig on the track with the B-Main Bandits at all anymore. And with that, guys, let's get into tonight's grid. It is Mike Henry Jr. on the pole with Andrew Thornton to his outside. Jackson not in this heat. He's going to be in heat number 2, so that allows Andrew to gain some points if he can get around Mike to get this heat race win. Behind him is Kyle O'Donnell and Craig Sheeran, 2 very fast drivers. Andrew's going to have to hold them off to see what he can do. And then you have, rounding out the field, it is Matthew Moniak and Austin Thornton, younger brother to Andrew. Matt just hoping to hold on tonight. He is not much of a dirt guy with these open wheel cars. So going to be one to watch and see how many times he has wrecked tonight. Pace truck lights are off. We are getting ready to go green flag racing for the finale of the B-Main Bandits 4 Crown Series season. We crowned 2 individual champions last week. Who's going to be the individual and who's going to take the overall this week? And this green flag gets us started at the dirt track at Charlotte. Great jump out by Mike Henry Jr. working that bottom. Andrew forced to run the middle. And for now will hold second place. Shoots underneath Mike Henry. As Henry able to power off the 3. Gets a great run running that middle line. Andrew cannot do anything yet to get around him. 3 wide right behind him. As everybody wants a piece of that podium position. 3 wide at the line. Looks like you had Matt Moniak on the bottom. Throwing the slider. Contact. Oh! Looks like Moniak was the one hit on the high side there. But he gets it back going. We are still green flag racing. Mike Henry looking the fastest he has all season. Now out to almost a 1 second gap over Sheeran, who is running that high line with Kyle O'Donnell right behind him, running the slider. He's down low. Can he get it? No, he can't. He gets side by side, but loses all momentum off the corner. Andrew, you're not going to win a championship that way, buddy. Getting it too wide and losing a ton of momentum as younger brother Austin gets around him at the line. 2 laps to go in heat race number 1. Mike Henry will take the white flag this time around and hopefully get his first heat race victory of the season. Never too late for Henry Jr. as he holds that almost 1 second gap over Craig. Craig looking to the bottom, trying to find anything. Kyle O'Donnell, a little bit of contact with Austin. But it will be Henry Jr., Sheeran, O'Donnell, and Austin Thornton. Your top 4 with Moniak and Andrew Thornton rounding out the field. All right, guys, and we are in heat race number 2. It is Keith Steele on the pole, followed by Joey Smith to his outside. Bruce Klingon and Jackson Mcclain make up row number 2, with Reckon Ryan Paget, who last time on dirt had issues with Craig Silby, who is no longer in the B-Main Bandits at all. Unfortunate. He will round out the field of 5 for heat race number 2. Andrew Thornton not able to get that heat race victory, so no extra bonus points for him, as we are going green for heat race number 2. Steele gets out to a great lead with Smith and Klingen battling for that P2 spot. Little bit of contact between them. Everybody's still straight as Klingen looking to take the lead early in heat race number 2. Jackson Mcclain working that bottom side, not able to clear Joey Smith as of yet on the top. But cutting it really down low, 2 for 1 for Jackson Mcclain into 1. They will be side by side with him, but Jackson gets a great run off of 2 as he sets his sights for Keith Steele. Bruce Klingen not ready to give up yet with Joey Smith looking to the bottom of Wonderboy now. Contact between Smith and Jackson. And that will bring out our first caution of the night. Let's go back and take a quick look. See if we can see exactly what happened. See Joey going in strong. Just pushes up a little bit and touches wheels with Jackson. Not something you want to do in open wheel cars. But Jackson able to get it back going, and we will be green here once again. 3 laps down, 5 to go in heat race number 2. Current running order is Steele, Klingen, Smith, Paget, and Mcclain. Do believe Smith might get the EOL for this one, but does not look like it. He looks like he will.
Like it back on the pace car. We're not going green this time. We are not going green.
One moment, guys. Let's go ahead and turn off our iRacing spotter here.
My bad. Me and Jackson did the same thing at the same time, and it confused iRacing.
The lovely voice of Andrew Thornton out there doing his admin duties. My apologies for not having the spotter off sooner, guys. But it is off now, and we are rip-roaring ready to go. As the pace truck is off, Steele will lead them to the green once again in that monster green energy car. Single file restart, and he fires. We are back under green flag conditions at the dirt track at Charlotte. See an attempted slider by Paget, not going to work out for him. Contact between Mcclain and Smith. Joey Smith will tow to pit road to be out of heat race number 2. Paget throwing a huge slider on Steele. But with 3 laps to go, 2 at the line, does he have anything for Klingen, who is now out to almost a 1-second lead. Gap in the field early tonight. Hoping to get his first B-Main Bandits heat race win. Steele not ready to give up that second spot as of yet. Looking low on Paget. Paget running a hybrid slider line. Just searching for any grip. With that, Klingen will take the checkered flag and win your heat race number 2. And then it will be Paget, Steele, Mcclain, and Joey Smith. As we head off into heat race, or the feature for tonight, catching the invert, Jackson Mcclain, your points leader, will be starting on the pole. To his outside is Austin Thornton. Keith Steele and Kyle O'Donnell make up row number 2. With Reckon Ryan racing out of Oklahoma. And Craig Sheeram out of Sydney, Australia, making up row number 3. Row 4 is Bruce Klingen and Mike Henry Jr. with probably one of the scariest scariest rows on dirt, guys. Matthew Moniak with Joey Smith. That is row number 5. And in the back of the pack, not where he wants to start this, it is Andrew Thornton out of Granbury, Texas. He is the furthest one away from his championship rival, Jackson Mcclain. Andrew has a lot of work to do to get up there and hopefully stay in this fight for the championship. So, quick little word with Andrew Thornton here. Andrew, buddy, is that up here in the booth? You got me?
I got you.
We know you're about ready to get going here, but not where you wanted to start tonight's feature, especially being the furthest away from Wonder Boy. Any plan of attack to try to get up there and keep your championship hopes alive tonight?
Yeah, we're going to try to stay away from the infield tractor tires.
Now,
that's about all I got so far.
The only one that would object to that is Mr. Doug Norton, because every time you take out one of those tires, you have to pay him. So maybe Doug's rooting for the tractor tires here tonight.
Oh, I'm sure he is.
All right, Andrew, good luck, buddy. And we are green. These midgets are everywhere here tonight. As Jackson holds on to the lead, you have Austin Thornton up on the high side, and we are under yellow already. Let's go back and see exactly what happened here to throw this. See if we can see. Oh, there we go. We called it the most dangerous row for a reason. It's Moniak and Smith early, getting hooked, and Joey going for a ride. Matt making sure he felt that one. Now in the booth we do have Mr. Jackson Mcclain. Hey buddy, you got me?
Yep. How you doing?
Good, man. Watching this little bit of chaos here from the most dangerous row on dirt. I know you don't want to see a ton of yellows tonight. You seem like you have a good car. And your championship rival starting in the back. Are you worried at all about Andrew maybe working it up through the field and possibly coming and giving you a little bit of payback for previous weeks tonight?
I think I would definitely deserve the payback. It looks like him and Moniak got together, so I don't know if he'll be able to make his way back up, but I'm not going to doubt him because he's done it before. So,
well, Jackson,
I'm sure he
smooth,
can.
buddy, and have a good race. Hopefully we'll talk to you as a champion tonight.
Yes, sir.
So that is your championship hopeful in Jackson Mcclain. He's done a great job all season long on asphalt and dirt, getting multiple wins. And currently your leader through 4 laps now. It is Jackson Mcclain, followed closely by Mr. Austin Thornton. The rest of the field trying to sort it out right now, going 3 wide into 3, 4 wide coming out. You don't expect it to last for much longer. That is Klingon, O'Deal, Sheeran, and Paget all battling it out for 5th spot. High side starting to wear in a little bit for these guys. And you can see them, they almost are able to flat-foot it around here on the top. Andrew Thornton now up 4 positions into 7th. They're going to have to step up that pace a little bit more to get up there and catch Jackson Mcclain. is already out to a healthy 1 second lead over Austin Thornton. And it's Kevin Steele, Bruce Kenyon, and Kyle O'Donnell, your top 5. Andrew Thornton making his way around Sheriff. He now sets his sights on a top 5 for the night. He wants on that podium, but he's still got a lot of work to do. As, looks like Keith Steele is the cause of our second caution tonight. Hey, Richie, hope vacation's going good, buddy. So Keith just touching that left front to the right rear of Austin Thornton, I believe. We talked about it before. You cannot touch wheels in these open wheel cars, as they will act insane once those tires touch each other. But with that brings Andrew Thornton into 5th. See Ryan Paget now on pit road getting his fast repair. So your top 5 is McClain, Thornton, Klingon, O'Donnell, and Andrew Thornton. So guys, with 9 weeks down, we had the asphalt finale last week. This week it is the all dirt finale. These guys going back to what they know with the dirt as they get lined up to re-rack and re-fire here with 22 laps to go at the line. These guys have been duking it out all night long. It looks like Kyle O'Donnell looking to the outside already. A little too early, buddy, but now you can. We are green flag once again. O'Donnell getting around, claiming on the bottom. Little bit of contact, but everybody's still going straight. Klingon trying to work his way around younger brother Austin, who has just had a mistake-free night. Currently, Andrew is up 6 positions into 5th, Richie. But at danger of losing that position to Kyle O'Donnell currently. Kyle doing everything he can on the bottom, but that top line has become so dominant. These guys are able to power off. Now you see Austin trying to throw a slider. He wants his first dirt victory here as well. We are back under caution. Looks like Fat Charlie is the issue once again. Mr. Joey Smith, let's go see exactly what happened. Joey throwing a slider, a little too aggressive. They touch wheels and he eats the outside wall. Immediately toes to pit lane. Haven't heard from him much tonight, but Mr. Ryan Paget is quietly trying to work his way back up through the field here. Let's take a fun little ride with him on this restart. And let's go ahead and get him in the booth. It is Mr. Ryan Paget. It's Ed up here in the booth. You got me, buddy?
Yes, sir. How you doing?
Good. We're going to take a little ride along here with you, and we want to know your thoughts. You're not having the best night as of yet, but are you thinking you might be able to get up there on the podium?
Probably not. To be honest, the line that I need to run is a slider line, and in order to do that, I got to take out the field, you know. And I don't really want to do that. And like I said, I've already tried. I've already hit 2 people, so the line I need to run, I can't run it tonight. So I'm gonna just do what I can from the top, I guess. See what happens.
You did earn your nickname Wreckin' Ryan for a reason. So let's see what you can do on this restart here, buddy.
Yeah, I'm just gonna cruise around and hope they just make mistakes, because they have been racing pretty hard up here.
Yeah, it's definitely been some great racing. So, with the exception of having to run the top, is there anything on the bottom at all tonight, or is it just too greasy down there?
Yeah, I don't know if it's too greasy or it's just so much momentum on the top. But you could be right, it could be greasy, because the track is pretty brown, you know? Like, as I'm trying to do the cut down right there, it just doesn't seem to have the full bite that you would think, right?
Yes, sir.
So, it might be just the track is way too greasy for the bottom to work. Momentum's key.
Well, get up there and earn your nickname and send Jackson Mcclain to the pits, buddy.
I'll try if I can get there.
Good luck, buddy.
Thank you.
And guys, that was Wreckin' Ryan. Always great to talk with him. As you guys can see, he's trying to cross down and get any momentum, trying to find any sort of grip here. And he's throwing that slider, but not able to make it work as of yet. That is Mr. Craig Sheeran he's trying to work on for the 6th position. As now we take a look, and Andrew Thornton quietly but surely has worked his way through the field. He only has 12 laps to go, but he is in a podium position. He's going to need a little bit of luck to get around Jackson Mcclain tonight. But so far, being able to avoid everything, he's been able to get it going into the podium. See exactly what Ryan was talking about. Everybody running that slider line, trying to get any grip they can. Just not able to actually get anything going off the bottom as of yet. Normally, you wouldn't think these cars would be able to run the top quite frequently at these larger tracks just because of how underpowered they are. As we are under caution once again. It's like Keith Steele is involved. Oh, looks like that might have been... Nope, it wasn't Craig. That was the 56 car of Kyle O'Donnell. Let's go watch from his perspective here as he's battling with Austin. Austin into the wall. Austin giving a little bit of contact out of 3 and 4. The cars are hooked together. And Austin just sends Kyle up into the wall there. So currently your running order is Mcclain, Klingon, Andrew Thornton, Austin Thornton, Wreckin' Ryan, Kyle O'Donnell, and Craig Sheeran, with Joey Smith on pit road and Matt Moniak and Mike Henry Jr. out of the race. It'll be 9 laps to go this time by. Andrew got the caution he needed, but can he capitalize and get around Klingon and get his shot at Mcclain? Jackson gets a huge jump as they delay the caution once again. McClain's a huge jump. They are single file. Get those belts tightened down, strap on in, and get on that loud pedal as we are green flag racing back at the dirt track at Charlotte. McClain has led every lap, getting a huge jump on the rest of the field as you have Klingon and Thornton battling it out for that final, or for the runner-up position. As you see, Klingon and McClain working a little bit higher line than Thornton. Thornton in the tire tracks of Klingon that time by. 7 laps to go. You have to make the move now and give yourself enough time to capitalize on winning tonight's race. Klingon looking to do everything he can to get up there on the bumper of Wonderboy. 5 left in tonight's feature. What are we going to be able to do here? Jackson Mcclain in the wall. First mistake for Wonderboy all night. That gives Sheeran the lead. Andrew Thornton not close enough to capitalize. Jackson throwing the slider. Little bit of contact with Bruce. Is his car hurt? Is he back in the wall once again? Andrew, you need to capitalize on these situations. 3 to go. Does not look like Andrew has the speed to get up there. If Jackson continues to hit that wall, he might be in danger of falling completely off the podium as we have 2 laps to go. Jackson on the extreme high side. Andrew working the middle. Who's got the power that time by? It is McClain. We are... Barney's waving the white flag. Last lap in tonight's midget feature. Klingon, capitalizing on the mistakes of Wonderboy, will take home the victory. Your podium will be Klingon, McClain, and Thornton. Younger brother Austin coming home P4 with Reckon Ryan in P5. Then it's Steele, O'Donnell, and Craig Sheeran. Rounding out the rest of the runners. What an absolute amazing finish for these guys. Andrew just not able to capitalize on the mistakes of Jackson. Jackson losing the lead to Bruce, who comes home with his first B-Main Bandits victory. Tonight is shaping up to be an amazing time for the B-Main Bandits. Before we hop into the 360s, let's talk to these guys and see exactly what happened here. First off, your third position finisher in Andrew Thornton out of Granbury, Texas. Buddy, why did you not capitalize on the mistakes of Wonderboy?
Well, with this most recent update to the dirt track racing here on iRacing, it seems like tire wear turns into a factor. That was what caused Jackson to make his mistakes, and I was driving hard enough just to try to hang with Bruce for about half the race there, and like right now my right rear tire is at 44%. It just didn't have anything left. I tried searching there at the end, tried to throw the big slider to try to get up in front of him, but I didn't have enough of a run there coming to the white flag. So Wonderboy drove a good race, man, and it was pretty spicy all the way through.
Well, definitely the hard charger on the night. The only one that was close was Mr. Bruce Klingon going +6. You went +8 to get your way up onto the podium. Do you think that with the drops, this is going to possibly narrow the gap at all in the championship standings?
Man, all I can do is hope so, but we'll tally the points after we jump in the sprint cars and finish that race and see where we end up.
What if any, plan do you have coming into the final race of the season?
Try to be smooth, consistent, stay out of the tractor tires, which was really hard for me because I usually love to run the bottom at this racetrack, but it wasn't there for these midgets. We'll just have to see if it's there for the sprint cars, and if it's not there, well, we'll adapt and try to run where everybody else is running.
Well, a great finish for you in the penultimate race of the season. We'll see you out there in the non-wing 360s here in just a little bit, and good luck in that session as well.
All right, thanks, bub.
Okay, guys, and with that, he lost all talent, burning off his rear tires and getting into the wall multiple times. It is Mr. Wonderboy, Jackson Mcclain.
How you doing?
Well, buddy, I'm imagining I'm doing better than you after completely gifting that race to Mr. Bruce Klingon.
I don't know if I completely gifted it. He was, I think I was better than him through 1 and 2. He was better than me through 3 and 4, and I think the cushion kind of went away. And my tire, I looked at my tire, and I had 50% wear on my right rear after the race, so I think his is probably a little bit better.
Well, it's unfortunate not to see you in the winner's circle again. Andrew drove an amazing race going 11th to 3rd and finishing right behind you. Do you think or feel any pressure from Andrew heading into the final race of the season?
I mean, with a drive like that, it's hard not to feel some pressure. And I knew he was behind me because I saw his nose one time when I messed up. But he hasn't been doing as good in the sprint cars as he has in the midgets this season, so I still feel reasonably confident.
Well, buddy, one race to decide it all. What is your plan heading into the 360s? And Richie Joplin tuning in says you need to crash.
My plan is to go win the thing.
Well, simple, short, and sweet. Hopefully we'll see you out there, and hopefully see you dominate the 360s, because we all really don't want to listen to Andrew as a champion. So please do not mess up.
I don't plan to.
All right, Jackson. Great run tonight, buddy.
Appreciate it.
Okay, guys, and the man y'all have been waiting for. It is Mr. Bruce Klingon. You drove an amazing race tonight, buddy. What did you think when you saw Jackson get into the wall?
I thought, holy crap, this is my shot. I better take it. He was so much faster than me in 1 and 2, and I was so much faster than him in 3 and 4. But overall, we were equal. We were running the same lap time, so I couldn't figure out how to line up a pass on him that wasn't going to be risky for both of us. So I don't know. It worked out. Sometimes you get lucky, sometimes you get good, and I'll take a little bit of both tonight, I guess.
Well, that is such of the way of racing in general. It doesn't matter if you're in a go-kart or NASCAR. You got to have a little bit of luck sometimes.
That's the truth.
How was the track state tonight? We didn't see much guys on the bottom, which you figured you would see a lot on the bottom with these slightly underpowered midgets compared to a sprint car.
I think the bottom at this track is faster than it looks. There's a period of time, and we were in that period of time for most of that feature, where the bottom isn't good, but eventually the top slows down enough that the bottom's good. And just based on the lap times we were running at the end, I actually think had someone gone down to the bottom, they would have given somebody a pretty good run for their money down there. We were running in the 15.5s up top, and I think you were probably in the 15.5s down on the bottom, maybe even the 15.4s down on the bottom if you went down there. So Charlotte's tricky in the midgets. You got to get the track stay just right for it to kind of be 2 lanes. And I think it was getting there, right? If 10 more laps, somebody tries the bottom, they might have a shot.
Well, heading into the non-wing 360s, hopefully we'll see you there. Do you think there's going to be any changes and maybe see some of the sprint cars on the bottom tonight?
I think you're going to see sprint cars on the bottom. I don't think you're going to see the fast sprint cars on the bottom. I think in the end, the top, especially in the 360, tends to be where it is. Although if the track stays tacked up enough, the middle of the race, that middle line can come in, that bottom can come in. If Craig Sheeran shows up, man, he's a master of the bottom at Charlotte in the sprint car, and he's going to be tough to beat down there. But if somebody's willing to go up and bang the boards down, they're probably going to end in the win. They're probably going to win out in the end, unless they, unless they take it back to the trailer a little early.
Well, a hell of a run tonight for you. Like we said, a little bit of luck, but hey, you'll always take it when you're able to wave that checkered flag. We'll see you out for the 360s, buddy. Good luck.
We packed up the 360s tonight. We got something else going on. We'll see if we can make it to the 360s. We got the cars in the hauler, but we'll see if we got enough time to get it out.
Well, hopefully we see you get it out there, buddy. If not, amazing way to end your season. And hopefully we'll see you again in the future here on Warlord Gaming for the B-Main Bandits.
All right. Thanks.
Wild finish. These guys have a lot of them. Mostly it's on asphalt, but their dirt racing is even better. That's the first one for the night. We have a second race coming up. This will decide the finish. And hopefully tonight, by the time we log out, we will be able to crown a champion. Do not miss a single second of the action. We will be back shortly with the non-wing 360s. guys, we are back here at the dirt track at Charlotte. It is now the non-wing 360's turn to get onto the track. Jackson is pretty much locked in. We're looking at the points ahead of this race. There's a larger gap now than it was before. Mathematically, is Andrew out of it? No. Improbable? Very. So they do have individual championships as well as the overall. In the individual championship for the Dirt Midgets came down to a single point between Jackson Mcclain and Andrew Thornton. Jackson did take the victory there. So Jackson has got one championship at least under his belt. Now he's going for the overall. And essentially, Andrew needs to win this race, win his heat race, get as many bonus points as possible, and Jackson needs to wreck out. Do I see it happening? No, but it is still there as a possibility, guys. So we will have to see exactly what happens heading into this final race. My apologies. To those of you watching at home, Richie, I believe you're still here. You're pulling for Andrew. We love seeing it. If you guys want to come out and race with them in future seasons, make sure you hop in that Discord. The B-Main Bandits are a great league, doing amazing things on Tuesday nights, and we will be here to capture as much of it as possible in the future. We have 10 cars in session. The only one that has not qualified is Mr. Joey Smith. Do not know if he is going to be there. He is still in the Discord, so we will have to see. But with that, guys, we will be getting to our main event, or our heat races here momentarily. Race admins advancing the session out of qualifying. We are into heat races. It will be Wreckin' Ryan Paget and Austin Thornton on row number 1. Andrew Thornton and Bruce Klingen, row number 2, with Keith Steele rounding out the field of 5 for heat race number 1. Ryan will get us going for our second race of the night. Heat race number 1 in the non-wing 360. He's got a great lead over Andrew Thornton, who's working on younger brother Austin Thornton up on that high line. So far, the slider line has been dominant. Let's see if anybody can find any drift. Andrew needs this win to possibly close the gap. We'll have to see how everything shakes up with the iRacing drops after this session. As it's now a three-way battle for the lead. It is Padgett, Clayton, and Andrew. Three wide. Andrew trying to work the bottom. Padgett in the middle with Clayton up top. That time by giving Clayton a clean pass over Reck and Ryan. As Andrew jumping to the high side now, hoping to follow him through. Side by side, 3 laps to go after the heat, or left in heat race number 1, and Andrew Thornton makes his way around Ryan. And now he has to get past the fastest car in this heat race, Mr. Bruce Clayton. And he only has 2 laps to do so. A little bit of a bobble in 1 and 2, and that'll allow Padgett to close the gap. Padgett wanting to get back up there and finish second in heat race number 1. He's got 1 lap to do it. Is now Austin Thornton sliding his way into the picture, but not close enough, as it will be Flinged, Andrew, Ryan Padgett, and Austin Thornton. Your top 4 with Keith Steele rounding out the field. Heat race number 2, another 5-car heat, will be Mr. Scott Thomason on the pole with Mr. Mike Henry Jr. to his outside. Then it is Craig Sheeran and Jackson Mcclain on row number 2 with Joey Smith rounding out the field. Jackson Mcclain not gridding for heat race number 2. Don't know if there's any issues going on with Wonder Boy there. He may be able to start from the pits, but we will have a 4-car heat race as of right now. As that 6-car, Scott Thompson will lead them into turns 1 and 2, immediately jumping to the high side. Jackson Mcclain is still out. Craig Sheeran off to a very early lead now. Followed by Thompson and Henry, with Joey Smith just trying to hold on in the back. Thompson and Henry side by side at the line. Henry takes it into 1. Can he hold it through 2? Yes, he can. Thomason dropping quickly. As Joey Smith is off the track now. will be these three gladiators trying to fight for the podium. Henry Jr. working that middle with Sheeran up top. Let's take a quick ride with Craig. Wind down our pace laps here. You can see him trying to work the bottom in 3 and 4, working a slider line right up against the wall, and you see him just putting it right on that cushion. 110 miles an hour on entry into 3 and 4, and just great mastery of Charlotte, the dirt track at Charlotte. Craig now has worked out to almost a 2-second lead over Mike Henry Jr. Sheeran definitely will be someone to watch heading into tonight's feature. White flag is out. One last lap to do something about it, but Sheeran has a massive gap over Mike Henry. So it will be Sheeran, Henry Jr., and Thomas in your top 3, with Fat Charlie and Wonder Boy not making the end of the race. Alright guys, and straight into tonight's feature, it will be Joey Smith on the pole. With Austin Thornton to his outside. Row number 2 will be Scott Thomason, racing out of Tulsa, Oklahoma, with Ryan Reckon Paget, racing Anadarko, Oklahoma. Ryan, I'm pretty sure I just butchered that, but we'll go with it. Row number 3 is Mike Henry Jr. and Andrew Thornton out of Granbury, Texas. Then you have Craig Sheeran and Bruce Klingen. Row number 4 with Keith Steele and Jackson Mcclain rounding out your field. Jackson not in tonight's field. He is in the Discord. Let's see if we can get a quick word with our potential champion, Jackson. Is that up in the booth? You got me?
Yeah, I got you.
So, is this a complete power play just to say, Andrew, I am so confident that I won this championship, I don't even need to be on track?
No, I honestly have no idea what happened. I'm gonna be honest. I don't. Nothing. Everything was running normal, and then it just decided to quit on me. But I'm back in now, so I might be a lap down, but hopefully with a yellow or something, I can at least make up some positions.
Well, buddy, they are getting green right now, so hopefully we'll see you out there. Unfortunate troubles for your potential champion. He'll get out there, but can he make up the ground in this field of 10 cars? It will be Austin Thornton and Henry Jr. leading them to the finale of the B-Main Bandit season. We are green flag racing with the 360s at the dirt track at Charlotte. He's having some computer issues, Richie. So as you see him, Austin going up in the wall with a couple spots there. That opens the door for guys like Andrew and Ryan Paget to get around him. Currently, the battle for third is Thornton, Klingen, and Reckon Ryan. Slider thrown by Reckon Ryan. The crossover by Andrew, and back up into the slider line. You see a little bit of contact between Klingen and Ryan. Everybody's still going straight as of right now. Sheeran is working his way to try to catch Mike Henry. Henry's out to an almost 1 second lead. Henry hoping to come home with his first Main Bandits victory of the season. Currently, the top side is dominant. As long as you see these guys running the top, it's going to be very hard to pass. You see Klingon doing everything he can to get around Ryan. But Klingon did make it stick that time, got the position. He's going to jump right up in front of Ryan. Ryan doing everything he can to find any sort of grip. As these guys battle it out for the 4th position, they need to figure it out quickly or they are going to lose the top 3. Austin Thornton currently sits 6th, with Pete Steele, Joey Smith, Scott Thomason, and Jackson Mcclain rounding out the field. Something to watch is Jackson. He had to start from the pits. Can Henry put him a lap down and make him a non-factor in this race? Or will we just simply go green the entire way and not give Jackson the time to gather it up and attack the field to gain any sort of position? You see the gap there? It's 1 second going into 3 and 4. Sheeran doing everything he can to catch Henry Jr. But Mike Henry is on a mission tonight. Is now your second place in points right now. Andrew Thornton is under attack from Bruce. Bruce ran a great race in the midgets. Can he get back on the podium? He has to go through Andrew Thornton to do so. Andrew not accustomed to running the top. He definitely likes the bottom line. Can Klingon use that to his advantage? Klingon not enough to get the slider. Will be side by side, heading at the line. Klingon throws the slider now, crossover by Thornton. Side by side once again. As Klingon taps the walls and gives the 3rd position back to Mr. Andrew Thornton. Klingon is not done yet. Great battle for the final podium spot here. Klingon has the momentum up top, but can he clear Thornton on the bottom? Andrew gets a little too much sideways in 1 and 2. He's still able to maintain that time at the line. Give it to Thornton. 13 laps to go. Slider by Thornton. Klingon with the crossover. He tries to stay low and block the crossover by Thornton. But Thornton able to make it stick. Bring it side by side once again. And we are under our first caution of the night. It's like Wreckin' Ryan is involved. Ryan just getting the car upset after a bad exit in 1 and 2. Not able to gather it up and sends the right rear into the outer wall. That will give Jackson Mcclain a fighting chance to get back into this battle. Anytime you're in the non-wing 360s, he is always a factor. But he's going to have to go through Austin, Bruce, Andrew, Craig to get all the way up to the front and challenge Mike Henry Jr. Your current running order is Henry Jr., Craig Sheeran, Andrew Thornton, Bruce Klingon, Austin Thornton, Jackson Mcclain, Keith Steele, and Scott Thomason, with Ryan Paget on pit road and Joey Smith out of the fight completely. Pace truck is off. We are ready to go. Mike Henry's led every lap, and he will continue to do so heading into 1 and 2. The battle between Thornton, Sheeran, and Klingon is heating up. Andrew on the bottom, Sheeran up top. Give it to Andrew that time by. 10 laps to go. Does Thornton have enough to get up there and run with Henry Jr.? Hey, don't look in your mirror now. Here comes Wonder Boy working that top, trying to keep the momentum up. But he's going to have to make passes on the low side to get anything going. Klingon on the bottom makes the pass stick at coming out of 4. And gets around Craig Sheeran. But now we have a fight for the lead side by side. Going into 3 and 4, Thornton's on the bottom. Puts the power down. And first lap led by anybody other than Henry Jr. will go to Andrew Thornton. Not able to complete the pass as of yet. Henry Jr. still up there. Do not touch those tires. Doug Norton will get that fine money. Now Thornton into the lead, but he has a hard-charging Bruce Klingon on his tail on the bottom. Henry Jr. and Jackson Mcclain up top. As Klingon throws a wild move on Thornton into 1 and 2. And here he comes. Jackson Mcclain trying to take the advantage of everybody else's mistakes. Jackson is back up into 4th position. We have a 4-way fight for tonight's win. Can they keep it clean? They have so far. That time by, give it to Thornton. 2 sideways, almost contact with Henry. Gets to the low side of Klingon. Klingon and Wonderboy get into it. Coming down Year 2 championship fighters as Jackson loses talent. Hits the wall. No caution as of yet. He gets it going. And that allows Andrew Thornton to get a gap over Mike Henry Jr. in second. White flag is out. Thornton has 1 last lap to go. He's done everything he can tonight to try to get that championship position. He'll cap the season off with a win. It'll be Thornton, Henry Jr., and Mcclain. Your top 3. Wild finish here at the end. Great racing by the B-Main Bandits. These guys are absolute masters of these non-wing cars. I don't know if it's going to be enough for Andrew to get the championship fight. But what a hell of a fight it was. Enough, you guys don't want to talk to me. Let's pull these guys up and let's see what our potential champion has to say about this race. Jackson, you had issues. You got the car off the trailer and you got on track. You didn't go lap down. What was it like going up through that field tonight?
That was a lot of fun. I was just trying to keep it clean, keep it straight, and I didn't think I was going to get up with him, with Bruce and Andrew and Mike and them, and it was fun to see that I think I would have won if me and Bruce hadn't got together, but it was still a lot of fun. I also did a 360 for style points at some point.
We'll call that one luck. But you feel like it was enough to cap off a championship season for you?
I think so. I'm pretty sure I was about 30 points ahead of Andrew before this race started, and so I beat him out just barely in qualifying, and then I finished third when he finished first, so I think I still got it.
Well, we are going to confirm championship standings here momentarily. Great way to cap off your amazing season. Hopefully a championship season for you. Before we let you go, is there anything you want to say to the world out there about your championship or any supporters you have?
I worked real hard for it, and I'm just glad that I got to race with y'all all season. I actually got to make a full season this time, so I'm just happy to be here.
Well, Jackson, it was an amazing time watching you guys race out there. We'll see you out here for the next season, and hopefully we'll talk to you here in a little bit about your championship run, buddy.
Yes, sir.
So, for the first time tonight, let's go ahead and pull up your second place finisher. It is Mike Henry Jr. Dominant car all night. I know you didn't want to see that caution. What was going through your mind when that was thrown?
Yeah, I figured one was coming at some point. Definitely didn't need to see it. Everyone's car was going away, and I needed that cushion that I had built up. But it was a good, fun race, and Andrew deserved it at the end. He just had a better car then.
Well, we don't see you out here as much as we used to. It's always great to see you on the podium. What was some key points to having that dominant run, especially early?
The key point was Jackson. I come into tonight, basically all season I've run setups from 2020, season 4. So we've been a little outdated, a little ill handling, and tonight it was really bad. And Jackson sent me a setup, and it was exactly what I needed. I at least could control it enough. So had a good run in the heat, and had a good run in the race too. Didn't need that yellow, but I mean, I can't complain about second. I've had a pretty rough run of it, just bad sets and stuff like that. But yeah, it was fun to be up there and swapping it back and forth. It was pretty cool. I think we were a couple 2-3 wide there for a minute, so that was fun.
Well, great way to cap off your B-Made Bandits season. Before we let you go, is there anybody you want to shout out? Any supporters, any sponsors out there?
Just B-Made Bandits. Happy to put on the show and be a part of it.
All right, buddy. We'll see you out here again in the future. Great run again. Good night, buddy.
Yep, thank you.
And unfortunately, we have to talk to him. We were going to have to talk to him either way, but now his ego's super fucking inflated because he beat Wonder Boy. It is Andrew Thornton, your race winner.
I'll say that was pretty cool. I actually don't think in the history of my league, I don't think I've ever won a 360 sprint car race, so I thought that was cool. Man, how about them last 5 laps or so, man? That was wild. It could have been any one of us 4 up there.
Oh, definitely. You guys were battling it 4 wide. It was a toss-up there for a while. I think y'all need to thank whoever threw that caution and threw those beer cans out on the racetrack for you guys to get that caution, because you guys were not catching Henry Jr. without it.
No, and I can tell you, man, with 3 to go, I noticed we were all 3 and 4 wide, and I figured for sure I'm the one going for a ride. We're going to have a late race yellow, and I was going to end up in about 8th tonight. So the fact that it, kind of sort of went my way for a change surprised me.
Well, you did everything you had to tonight. Don't believe it's going to be enough because Jackson did finish on the podium. What do you have to say about the championship fight and, being able to end your season with a win here for the Four Crown Series?
Oh, yeah, you said it best. I did everything humanly possible I could to try to close that gap. Had a podium in a midget race, won this one, just by sheer luck. I'll take being lucky over good any day. And just to elaborate, we have already tallied the points, and no, it was not enough. Jackson is now a two-time champion in the league. He wins the overall by 35 points.
Well, so we have the overall. We have our championship decided. Now, we do also have individual as well. Paget was the one that came in ahead of everybody, and it looks like, looking at the schedule now, we have another 1 point difference in the individual standings, with Mr. Ryan Paget taking the individual in the non-wing 360s as well. So congrats, Ryan. 1 point victory over Wonder Boy. Congratulations to Jackson. Most dominant car this season by far.
Well, by far, yeah. It's hard to argue with the guy that wins 6 races and finishes on the podium in 16 of the 20 races.
Well, that's going to cap us off for the Four Crown Series. What does B-Main have planned in the future, and how can people join?
Well, for the future, coming up most recently, we're going to take a bit of a hiatus, probably a month and a half or so, before we put up another series. I know we're going to put together a 5-week summer series, and that is going to be with the non-wing micro sprints and most likely the midgets, but we're going to leave it up to a member vote as to what they want to run. And then as far as anybody wanting to join, we have a Facebook page. Find us at B-Main Bandits Racing League. There you'll find the permanent link to the Discord. Send myself, Joseph Smith, Jackson Mcclain, Eddie Jones, Austin Thornton, or Mike Henry, and Richie Joplin can all also be reached, and we can get you an invite into the league. And otherwise, search League ID 7114, and obviously, we predominantly run stuff without wings and mostly on dirt. Tried something this season, splitting them up with the pavement cars. And I will say that of the 4 that we ran, 3 of them will be back next season. I don't think we had the interest in the Silver Crown cars that we had initially hoped for, so we'll probably replace them with the micros, and the 4 Crown will be back next spring.
Well, guys, you heard it there. If you want in, that's how you come in. Come race with some of the best in open wheel on iRacing. Andrew, what an amazing season it's been, especially because you will forever be the runner-up. And with that, guys, we are going to get out of here. We're going to call a finish on the B-Main Bandits season. Thank you guys for coming out, watching everything. All the replays are on YouTube. Go check out all the action. And until next time, guys, keep on sending it in.
Subscribe to Warlord Gaming. Don't miss out.
Yeah.